So, Mafia the Old Country is going to get a DLC here soon, and I thought, you know what, let me go through, replay the entire game to see if my opinions have changed. And they did it. I ain't gonna lie, they're pretty much identical to when I first played the game last year. And the game, it does one thing very, very well, a few things it's okay at well enough, and does one thing that I think is just bad, just straight up bad. So, before the DLC drops, I want to yap about the game. The story is peak cinema, movie-esque, whatever you want to call it, and it's why I love these Mafia games. That is one thing, Hangar 13, it's their bread and butter, dude. It is what they do so well, and this game is no exception. Of course, the writing is great. It's Hangar 13 cooking up in the studio, so it's great. What else can I possibly say? There's multiple moments in the game where I'm sitting there, something happens, or some actions are plotting out here, and I'm just jaws on the floor. Like there's some cool moments that happen. You're like, wow, it's heating up. Some stuff is going down. I also really mess with Enzo, like the main character. Seeing him, it's like all the Mafia games, right? You see this guy start out basically as a bum, if not a bum. He's very low ranks. He's just scraping by, and he becomes this basically top ranked dog in a damn gang. And seeing Enzo's climb up the ranks, man, dude, I like it, dude. It's just good. Seeing him go from essentially slavery, working in a damn mine, to the Don's most reliable ally, soldier, whatever you want to call him, it's really well done. And speaking of the Don, the side cast here, the supporting cast, they all are unique and they serve a purpose in the story. And the range of characters here is insane. You got like a silly, hot-headed dude like Cesare, who's also lovable and he's like your friend throughout the game, to a mentor character like Luca. I love Luca. Luca is probably one of my favorite characters in the game. And I mean, if you play, you're going to see why. He kind of takes Enzo under his wing and is trying to teach him the ropes, show him what to do. And honestly, he drives the plot a lot, let's just say, to not get into spoilers. Then the Don Teresi, he does a good job at distinguishing himself from the other Dons in the other games. He has like this aura. It's this aura of mess with me and you'll find out. It's that saying, fuck around, find out. That is him. He is mess with me and you'll see what goes down. And dog, let's just say it goes down. Really liked him. I really liked him. Getting back to the writing, they don't pull their punches on certain topics either. Like, for example, they talk about unions in the game and how it's bad for business. The Don don't like unions. It hurts his pockets, Not necessarily in normal society, we like unions. It promotes good health care for the workers, make sure a fair wage is paid. Hell with all that, bro. We don't want that here in the Mafia family. No, you're hurting business here. Quick note, I recorded the first part of this, then I went to bed and recorded the second part. So my voice is going to sound a little different for the rest of the video. FYI. One thing that the game does too that I really like is that it will initially romanticize crime, like it's a crime film, but they aren't scared to like grab you and wake you up and snap you out of it to remind you, yo, these are terrible people doing terrible things. Yes, you might like Enzo. Yes, you might like Luca or just the whole family, right? You might grow fond of them. But dude, they are doing some awful things to people, just ordinary people, other gang members, other families that are tied up in this mafia cult-like thing. Like, we're murdering people, we're robbing, all for the sake of glory, fame, loyalty, just to get more money, basically. And it just shows you how violent it can get. I really wanted to yap about the setting of the game as well. It's in the early 1900s in Sicily, Italy, and dude, they did such a great job at hitting that Italian vibe, whatever you want to, like, it feels like I'm walking through Italy, bro. It is so good. There's one mission where Cesare is peeing off a cliff, and it's a funny moment, but there's a second moment going on there where you can look into like the valley, like you can just see the world, a lot of it, and it looks great. Like it's big, it's massive, and the only thing that sucks about the world is it's not an open world game. It's a linear story game, and the world serves the story. So the whole purpose of the world even existing is just to for you to traverse through and experience the story. And I mean, it does a really good job at that. But it's such a good world, and it feels like they could do more with it, make it open world, but they don't. And there is a side mode that you can do open world stuff in. It's called like free roam mode or something like that, and you can just drive around. You can collect stuff, and there's some races. If my memory serves me correctly, there's not a whole bunch to it, and they've added some updates throughout throughout the year since the game came out. But it's nothing crazy, nothing that's going to make you want to go explore anything. It's really just to mess around and goof around it. Unfortunately, this isn't a movie, it's a video game, and the gameplay is where the shortcomings start to show that I was talking about earlier. For the most part, all the levels in the game follow a very similar pattern. So it's going to go something like this. A big story beat's going to happen, and you're going to be tasked with doing something. Like you need to go here, do something by either the Don, Luca, anybody that is of power is going to say, yo, Enzo, this needs to be done. Go there, do it. So then you go there and you have the option most of the time of you can stealth your way around this objective, get to the objective, or you can go in guns blazing if that's more up your alley, you know. There is moments in the game where you can't go in guns blazing. It requires you to do stealth. Not too bad, but it's annoying that that's still here. Now, once you are officially at the objective and you do whatever you were told to do, a big story moment is going to take place, essentially. Some cutscene is going to play out, and after that cutscene, a shootout may happen, a set piece, a knife fight, something different from the typical gameplay is going to occur. I want to talk about the knife fights real quick. There's something new in the franchise, and they're cool. I like them at first, at least. And they introduce you to the knife fights in the beginning of the game. They give you the mechanics, how you can parry, you can block, or you can break somebody's block, excuse me. You can jump dash, or you can just hit them over and over again. Things like that. Like they explain the systems to you, but they never do anything new with it or implement something new that the AI will do to combat you. It's the same stuff over and over again, and I feel like it kind of got stale kind of fast. The first couple times you do, you're like, oh, this is different, it's cool, it's unique, and then nothing different happens. It's just a new enemy you're fighting, but with a different skin on. It is the only thing in the gameplay that they really tried that was different, and I feel like it didn't land how they wanted to, but I'd like to see them bring it back and try something new with it again, because it is cool. It's just, it could have been more engaging. Now, I want to talk about the stealth. Dude, the stealth in this game is just bad. Like, it's not good, okay? Like, this is the one thing about the game that I think is pretty awful. For the most part, you're just going to crouch behind cover, whistle, or throw a damn coin to distract somebody, and then go behind them and take them out. It's super bare bones, and they do very little to spice it up after, like, in the game. That is basically it for the stealth sections, and the problem is there's a lot of them, because remember, it follows that same formula where in the beginning you can stealth around or do a guns blazing sometimes, so you're a lot of the time probably going to be stealthing, and it gets repetitive very, very fast. And another thing that shows how old this, like how outdated the stealth gameplay really is when you're going up behind somebody and you start taking them out, you just sit there and spam square a bajillion times to choke them out. Now, you can stab somebody with your knife and it will lose durability, which is probably why you're not going to do it, because you don't want to lose durability with your knife. The reason being is there's these little lock boxes around the map, and you need to open up with your knife, which costs durability. So when you take somebody out, you're not going to want to use your knife. You're going to want to keep that knife so you can use it to get money from those lock boxes, and the money then can be used to upgrade your guns. So you just sit there and spam square, and I really don't like that. I think it's one of those things that's outdated and annoying. I hate doing that. Now, for the shooting is one of those things where it's okay. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel bad. It's okay. It's good. It's serviceable. The gun variety is good enough, I would say. There's enough guns that are different from each other that they don't feel the same, and there's a reason to pick different guns to like mix and match your pistol with this primary weapon and vice versa. But it's not like the craziest third person shooter. It just gets the job done essentially. It's not going to blow your socks off, but it's serviceable. The one thing about the gameplay that I think it does really well is these really big set pieces after those critical story moments happen. For example, there's a horse chase you do. Love that. It is one of my favorite parts of the game. What like the story elements going on, Enzo being a badass, doing some crazy stuff. Like, it's really cool, and it injects a lot of energy into the game, and it brings up that monotonous level design I was talking about earlier. It really gets you leaning forward, like oh, this is happening right now. The one thing about the set pieces that I wish was done differently is they don't expand on it anymore. After they do it one time, it's a one and done type thing. They do a car race, that's it. We're not doing another car race. We do that horse chase I mentioned earlier, yeah, we're not doing another horse chase. I feel like they could have brought back that set piece, do it again in a different way, right, with the story and stuff, and then introduce a new wrinkle into a new something new happens. They just don't do that here, which I think could be intentional. I think they wanted sometimes for a chapter to have a unique moment, a unique intentional thing happening that makes it memorable. And that could be why. But if that's not why, I feel like they missed the ball there a little bit. For the most part, though, this is Hangar 13 playing it super safe with the Mafia gameplay loop. It's very much playing it by the textbook. They went back to what they know, what they're good at, especially after Mafia 3 wasn't well received. They said, no more of that open world. We're going to do what we know. So they went back, made a linear game, and doing the basics. And they played it super safe outside of that knife fight stuff, which was cool. I just wish they could have done more. They didn't innovate on much else in the gameplay department, at least. And maybe the next iteration, next Mafia game that they're working on, because thankfully this game did pop off enough to where 2K was like, you know what, you guys get another swing at bat. Hopefully they do something different in the next game. I know they tried the open world stuff with Mafia 3 and it wasn't well received. It did sell well, but it wasn't well received. I hope that they can figure something out with that because I feel like they could make a really, really good open world game. Specifically because they're just so good at making these big open worlds. They just don't really have the chops, it seems, to make you want to go explore it with content. They want you want to explore because it looks good and it's like, wow, I'm really going through New York right now, or wow, I'm really going through Italy right now. But there's nothing really pushing you to go do that. And if they could figure that out, I feel like we would be getting a really, really good treat of a game. But if not, I hope that the next Mafia game just does something unique, something different. So if you're willing to put up with some gameplay that is outdated and it feels like it's from the PS3 360 era to experience a really, really good story, I'm talking a movie-like story, then yeah, dude, you should play this game. I'm going to recommend it to you. But if you need your game to have more gameplay substance, to be more engaging, I don't know if you should buy this. Or at least you should maybe try it later down the line if you're not sure when it's on a deep sale. Because Mafia just isn't that. The franchise just might not be for you specifically, you know? It just might not be your type of game. I am really happy that the game did well enough at launch that they're making a DLC for it. I'm definitely going to be checking that out. I cannot wait for those 2 new chapters to run around as Enzo. Give me another reason to explore Italy. There is also, I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but there is confirmation that they are working on another Mafia game that I've alluded to in the next, like previously. And that makes me happy as well, because that means that this game did well enough that Hangar 13 isn't going to just get iced out, which is awesome. I am sick of seeing game studios get closed that are so talented, but they just don't make a crazy boatload of money. So yeah, you're getting close, buddy. So happy Hangar 13 is going to stick around and give us these types of games. That's about it. I'll be in the comments. Why did I say like I have a damn New York accent? I mean, comments. I'll be in the comments if you want to yap about Mafia in general. It can be Old Country. It can be Definitive Edition. Anything Mafia. I personally haven't played Mafia 3, but I need to go play it, So I'll be down there to talk about that as well. Anything Mafia, I'll be down there if you want to yap it up with me. But that's about it. Have a good one.